welcome to another edition of the AK Option Trader. I apologize, I'm having some technical difficulties. Got a new computer and I'm trying to make it work. So it's not working. Hard drive crashed. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I didn't trade much. This whole market's been kind of messed up, topsy-turvy. Hard to trade unless you're trading the short charts. And you can't trade the short charts unless you can watch the short charts. I'm having audio difficulty, so I'm taping this after I already taped it once. So I'm going to try to narrate from something I just got done talking about. I have to redo it. But for you guys, I don't mind. Anyway, what we're looking at is the Dow right here, right now. You can see the Dow. I've got a couple trend lines up there, going down, going up. It's got a triangle. It's really eerily. It's got three of the exact same candles going up there. And they're playing, and it created a real nice triangle space. It's going right into there. It's in a definite downtrend with a mini uptrend going on here, which is the definition of a wedge or a triangle. Hence, the triangle. So you can see, you know, I don't know which way it's going to break. It's sitting on support. It looks to me like it should break to the top side. The stock RSI is kind of moving up. The MACD is kind of heading up that way. So it's looking like it should kind of go up there a little bit. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that and let's watch that. Like I said, let's be trading the short charts. This is a daily chart. So this is just to give you an idea of what the trend is doing here. Alright, so here we got the Nasdaq right here. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit. And we've got a trend line. Nasdaq's moving sideways. We've got a bullish engulfing candle going there. It's moving sideways, which broke the downtrend line, which this stock looks to be on a breakout to the upside. So with the bullish and closing above that downtrend line, closing above that support right there. The stock RSI moving up a little bit, slightly, and the MACD trending up that same way. I could definitely see this thing move up a little bit. And here's the S&P 500. Saying very similar to the Dow with the three candles, very similar candles, kind of a bullish engulfing candle there. Closing above that downtrend line, which would now become support. We'll see if it holds. I don't know if it will. Zoom back out and you can kind of see it there. You can see where it broke beneath it. It's been observing the rules and the borders of that wedge pretty good. We could be forming an inverse head and shoulders on this thing, so something to keep an eye on. Here with that low there, if it pops back up again, we got a shoulder line here for it to work out with, so we could see it pop back up there, and then that downtrend line would then serve as support. So these next few as I'm watching, oh, we got the VIX. VIX hit that our resistance line, I mean, just perfectly, peeled right back from it, didn't blow through it like I thought it would, came back up, hit it, and now we've got an uptrend line that we're working on here. We're going to see if it moves back down to that uptrend line, which wouldn't surprise me. If it breaks that trend line, that's bullish for the stock market. If the trend line holds, it's bearish, obviously. So it's forming its own wedge, its own triangle based on that trend line and that resistance line up there. So if it hits that, watch and see what happens when it hits that uptrend line right there. That's going to be the key. Or if it goes ahead and breaks that resistance up to the top side right there. And there's one I haven't shown you guys very much. This is going to be the S&P futures right here. This one has really been working that wedge pretty good, that down triangle wedge, and it broke it with a gap, gapped up above that down trend line right there. And you can see it's held the support pretty good, violated it one time there. Other than that, it's staying within it until now when it broke that gap up to the upside. So just watch and see that move. I wouldn't be surprised to see it bump up there, the top Bollinger Band 50 moving average area, and then peel back down a little bit and then start using that downtrend line as support. Just something to watch out for. Something I've been looking at pretty closely every day just to kind of see where we're at with the futures, which expires month. We'll have to change the symbols on that here starting in a couple weeks. Alright, let's move on down to some stocks. Like I said, I wouldn't be playing unless I knew it short term. This is BGG. We got a inverse head and shoulders forming here. It's sitting on support. You can see I drove the line in there. It broke above the 200 moving average. It's clearly above that right now. I don't think it's going to skyrocket up right now, but if it moves back down to that support line, I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce back up there. AGAJG hit its head on 200 moving average. You know I like that. So it's coming up here. It's come up, popped up. It's kind of in a trading range there. But it hit its head on the 200 moving average. Wouldn't be surprised to see it move down back in here to the bottom of that candle right down there. So that would be the move down into that area, 2250. with a stop around 24.90, something like that. This one, Bed Bath and Beyond. It's close to resistance. I'm going to look for it to hit that resistance, and then maybe turn back down, head back down. I wouldn't play it until it does start turning down, but it gapped up there, hit up there. It's hitting its head on resistance, good strong resistance line. I'd be looking for a target of 20 with a stop somewhere around 26, just in case. I set pretty loose stops on these stocks, because especially with the market now will be whipsaw, so you've got some risk. Stock RSI and the MACD are both definitely pointing up on this one. So this one is just a wait and see type thing, so not definite. And then next here should be CMTL. This one is gapped up, and it's near some strong resistance up there, near the third top. It's the third time it's going to hit this top. Definitely in a trading range. You can see the trading range there from the 40 down in those 40 areas down in there all the way up to the top up here, where it's 49.50 area. So you could play it within there. I think it's going to go up and get close to that, maybe hit it again. I'd be looking to short then. If you want to try to play it on the upside, you can. It's going to stall out probably at the 200 moving average before it goes all the way down. And then Adobe, one of my old favorites. Looking for a bounce on Adobe just because it's hit this bottom twice. It's a stock that likes to bounce off bottoms usually. As you can see, it's been in a vicious downtrend. But wouldn't be surprised to see that bounce up there, pop up into that range right in there, or the interim up there. So a target of 25 maybe, with a stop at 19.95, just because it'll probably hit 20 again. Wouldn't get in until you see something confirming. This one's probably my favorite one of the day, is Fred, F-R-E-D. It's hitting its head on the 200 moving average and forming kind of an inverse head and shoulders. If you can see that there, with that top above the 200 moving average right in there. So if it comes down right into here and then pops right back up there, that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. So this one could have a play to the downside, a play to the upside, play down, and then one more play to the upside before it breaks out. Got a gap to fill down there, which I always like. So I'm throwing this out there. I think my target on this one's going to be 950 with the stop 1165. And then finally ABMD is the one, and just get near the, what I like is near hidden towards the 200 moving average, and it's got a Fibonacci line at the same spot. I really like that. That's going to be strong resistance, so I'd look for it to hit there and turn back around. All right, so remember, trading short charts, 60 minutes, 120 minutes, whatever your pleasure is, but I would be very wary if you're trading.